Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make a clay pot, coiled clay pot. So we're going to start with a bowl of clay like this, and what we're going to do is make basically a long string out of it, kind of like a snake. So you just start by rolling the clay out, and it's going to take a while if you've got a lot of clay to start with, but that'll make a bigger pot, so that's cool too. So just kneading it out using your hands, kneading into a big, long snake shape. And it works best if you get it pretty thin. And you kind of want to make it all the same thickness across the way. So you have to move to the parts that are still bigger than the rest, so that the whole snake is the same thickness all the way through. You need a pretty big surface if you've got a lot of clay. So working each part of the dough until it's nice and uniform all the way through. Once you've got a snake of a pretty much the same thickness all the way through, and it's just a matter of taking it and then deciding how big your pot is going to be. Get it a little bit thinner yet here. There we go. So then, shaping the bottom of the pot, you're going to take one end of the snake that you've got and start spiraling it in. And then you want to keep doing that all the way through until you have the size that you want the pot to be, because this will be the bottom. Just make sure that you leave enough clay that you can actually go up around the edges to make the sides. So we'll keep spiraling that in until we've got a nice shape for the bottom. Then you'll want to just continue doing the spiral shape, but now we're going to start going up the pot. So instead of just going along the edges along the table, you're going to take the next layer and go over the layer that you've just finished. If it rips like it just did, that's no problem. Just put it back together as you spiral up. So we'll take those ends and piece them back together. And continue adding one layer over the top, the same spiral shape, but just going up. And like so, all the way, making sure that it's nicely stacked so it doesn't fall down on you. And taking that all the way up. Then you can shape the edges and make sure that the clay gets all packed together so that it doesn't fall back apart as it dries. Shaping that all real nicely. Making sure that the bottom layer is stuck nicely into the part that's staying on the table that you made in the original part. And there you go, one coiled clay pot. Alright, so for finishing the pot, you can either let it dry as is and then paint it, or you can also add designs to the edges and sides before it finishes. So let's do maybe kind of like a basket sort of design on this one. I'm just going to cut some lines that go across kind of at an angle. And I would do that all the way around, and it makes it kind of look like it's woven, kind of like a basket shape. Just give it some texture. But you can do anything you want. You can use the knife to draw circles or stars. You can do hearts. You can do a whole bunch of different designs, whatever you'd like to, on the clay before you let it dry. And then when you're ready and you like the designs that you've got, you can just let it dry, and then once it does dry, you can paint it. And one thing you want to make sure of is that you can put whatever you want in the pot, but you want to make sure that the clay is safe for food if you're going to put food types of things in the pot, because you don't want a pot that can't hold food if you're planning to hold food in it. So make sure that you check with your parents and check the box in the clay to make sure that it's safe for whatever you want to put inside of it. So then once you've got your designs, let it dry, paint it if you like, and there you go, one decorated clay pot.